Soggy Science here. Ha! Episode 21. 21. Whoop. Wow, a little late this week. My apologies. Was on Cayman Island. Bandwidth there, not so good. So, we're a bit delayed, but better late than never. And wow, what a week it was. So in Cayman, while I was there, heard of a new world record in freediving. New world record. Natalia Mochanova, good friend of Soggy Science, did an incredible no fins constant weight dive to 70 meters in Egypt. Dun, 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 dun. Great swim. She is the most prolific world champion active in freediving at the moment, and she's over 50. Great longevity in the sport of freediving. So, congrats, Natalie. Way to go, Natalia. Beautiful dive. And while I was in Cayman, judging, which is one of the things I do, we had a new American record in dynamic apnea, no fins. That's how far you can swim without fins in a pool holding your breath. And brand new freediver, relatively brand new anyway, John Holverston from Northern California, came out of no place and booyah, 142 meter dynamic no fins. New national record. 142 meters. Long way to go holding your breath without no fins at all. So, way to go, John. Loved it. Exciting. Keep training. You got 180 in you, brother. Oh, so exciting. Then I got home and had to go renew my captain's license down in San Diego, the Maritime Institute. Awesome. Hey, Rags. Thanks for the class. And big topic while I was down there, Korean ferry. Boy, in the maritime field, was that a disaster and huge and tragic and still going on. We talked about the death of the civilian diver last time. Well, Korea has now basically dismantled their Coast Guard. Not only has the president resigned, and the principal of the kindergarten killed himself, and now they're basically disbanding the Coast Guard over it. So, if you're in the maritime industry, if you're a captain of a boat, please operate safely, follow the regulations, and let's have our passengers at heart. Seriously. Seriously! Anyway. Strange happenings in LA upon my return. It was really, really hot last week. Glad I missed that. But in Marina Del Rey, just down the street, 70,000 anchovies just died for no good reason. It got hot, so maybe there was a plankton bloom. But it's not like a red tide in there. Maybe it got hot and it depleted the water of oxygen, which is quite possible. And it hasn't turned over enough between the heat and now, and the anchovies swam in and died because not enough oxygen. There's some belief that all the whales that we've talked a lot about at Soggy Science and all the marine mammals that are feeding on them have kind of driven them in there, trying to avoid predation. So, lots of theories. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Anyway. So, the big story of the week, the huge story of the week, was the loss of Nereus. She done imploded. Our favorite ROV, Trench Explorer, reported lost in almost 10,000 meters of water. That's over 30,000 feet for us American types. And signal was lost, and then they found debris. And no, it wasn't just plastic. Yeah, they found the debris easier than they did for the flight. But she is gone. Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute reported that she's gone missing and she is demised. It's an unfortunate loss for deep exploration. Hopefully they'll fund and rebuild and we'll get back out there. They were exploring the Chromatic Trench. It's northwest of New Zealand, part of the Ring of Fire. And she had done a lot of great work. So, sorry guys. I hope you get a new unit up and running soon. I would love to see more results from the project. So, everybody, let's lend our support to Woods Hole in this time of tragedy. But if you're going to go out there and explore, there are risks. And better a machine than a person. But hopefully we'll get a new unit out there soon. Go, guys. New unit, new unit. All right. Flight 370. The story that refuses to die. The story that will never go away. The story that CNN seems completely fixated on. Oy. Well, they've announced new search parameters. The Chinese military are going to help some with some bathymetry or soundings in the Indian Ocean in a much broader area. So back to that old haystack. As the Coast Guard commander in Australia said, it's not like a needle in a haystack. We still haven't found the haystack. Well, welcome to not finding the haystack. They still haven't found the haystack. So I have a feeling we'll be talking about this one for a while. Maybe even for years. Good luck, guys. I wish you the best of luck. Who knew? It's still nutty. Maybe it's still on the tarmac in North Korea. I'm kidding. Alright. Well, cool news out of Tech Dive USA that happened last weekend. Sorry I missed it, guys. New Rebreather Training Council is formed, RTC. There's a safety council formed already around Rebreather Forum 3. But all the training agencies have gotten together and they met on May 18th and they're working on unifying standards in training and communicating so that safety can be improved and consistent training can happen, which is great news. So look forward to hearing more about that soon. Okay. Really good friends in Serbia. They were our lovely and wonderful hosts for the World Championships of Freediving in the Pool, also known as the Indoor World Championships, last July and June. And they're in a deep world of hurt. Huge, massive 100-year floods hitting them. All the Balkans are potentially going to be impacted by this. Northern Croatia, Bosnia apparently could be as well as 70% of the lowlands flooded. So they need your help. Please check it out. Please donate if you feel so inclined, but at least spread the word so that we can get our friends in Serbia some help. They were wonderful hosts. One of the best world championships that's ever happened for ADA and for freediving. And they really need our help. So spread the word. Get out there, guys. Okay. Back on track with the Maui dolphin. Our friend William Trubridge has been promoting that for a long time. Friend of Soggy Science. Very low numbers. They are native to New Zealand in only a few spots, much like the Hector dolphin, which I had the privilege of filming in 1997 and 98. Lovely, that's the world's smallest dolphin, but the Maui very small and endangered as well. And it's projected that they will go totally extinct by 2031. So let's continue to keep the pressure on the New Zealand government to protect them and get out there and lend assistance to the conservation effort, please. Anyway, interesting ocean geology news. Oahu actually is 3 volcanoes. 3 volcanoes. It was believed for a long time it was the 2 that are known and are above water. Well, they've done extensive survey of a plateau that runs towards Kauai, and the distances were strange, so they looked closer, and it turns out that Kaena is the precursor volcano of the other 2. Who knew? It's crazy. And John Sinton published on that and came up with it. Good job, buddy. He is out of the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And they do great stuff over there, by the way. If you're interested in marine technologies and marine biologies, really cool program. And they discovered that. So good on you guys. And interesting news in North American Homo sapien development. They announced this week that the youngest and oldest, one of the youngest bones of a girl who's about 15 years old, they've named Naya, was discovered in the Zacatón cave system in the Yucatan, which is now connected with Nahochna-Chich, which we did some work in back in the mid-90s, and suspected over 12,000 years old. Super cool. 100 feet. It was back in the cave, and it was discovered in 2007, but they've gotten the results and published on it now. So that is amazing news, and turns out that probably they migrated over the land bridge, but apparently they spent a ton of time up in the Alaska area through that strait there and kind of hung out there for a long time before moving down into North America. So maybe, but super cool and exciting stuff. I can't wait to hear more about it. And cave diving, they found it in a cave. And the cave was dry at the time. Sadly, she fell to her death. But good for us, we found her remains and got DNA out of it. So super cool. Out there, field study citizen science, marrying up with very cool DNA and molecular biology. So it's a neat combo, interdisciplinary expedition event. And I'm so excited to hear more about that. And it was James Chaders who published on that. And I cannot wait to hear more. Well, good friends of Soggy Science, Guillaume Néry and Julie Gauthier, have come out, and their new film, Narcos, or Narcose, is a very kind of surrealistic freediving film, follow-up of the Free Fall YouTube hit, Smash, and it is now available online. Dink! Well worth the check out. Definitely kind of interesting. Super, super well done. And very French. No, I'm kidding. Love you guys. Awesome job. And I'll see you soon out there in the freediving comp zone. Maybe in Sardinia. Anyway, awesome week. Send your feedback. Check it out. Subscribe. And get in the water, get wet, and get soggy.